Alright, hello YouTube fans, I'm Brian Harrison from Harrison Ultimate Gameplay. This is exciting. I'm on a cool game called Minecraft. And this playlist is going to be called Minecraft Feigarrison Country because I'm working with several other people. And there's two lords and a lady that rule this land. Actually, the two friends that play with me are married and they have a channel called Silver Fagner. I know I butchered that name, Silver Fagner or Fagner. Yeah. Anyway, I am here, yay! To do a guided video of our country. Actually, it's the beginning of it. We only have like a castle right now. We're hoping to build bigger and bigger capitals, more more farmland, kind of like what a whole medieval or whatever type of country would look like maybe. Of course there's going to be some modern, because we have mine carts and stuff. We're going to take advantage of that. I hope we get horses for the Xbox 360. It looks like we may, but who knows, right? Anyway, so, obviously I'm not the only Minecrafter out there in YouTube land, but I enjoy Minecraft and I want to share it with you guys because for me, gaming is about sharing, and I like to share with people. I like to play with people. You know, it's not, you don't always have to win in life, but you know, it is kind of fun. But here's our first castle behind me. It's called Midgarde. You can see to one side of the screen. I'm gonna try to say that would be, from my angle, would be the left side of the screen. So, which would be if you're facing this and watching this video. So left side of the screen, there's this big, huge, massive tower. We're going to go to the top of that and show you some of the top view. Well, let's get started. Let's not just stand here. Let's get ready to go and view some of the other stuff. And if you look behind me as my guy looking down, there's our tree farm. Well, we're going to move that eventually. And as we come up with updated videos for Minecraft, for what we're doing in our little country, I will show you. And also you can see a gate with glass. Pretty much barely. Well, I could see it, you know. So anyway, gate with glass, and it has lava in it, and it glows at night. It's really cool. Maybe I'll show you guys that. There's some unfinished stuff. We're still digging out a canals for boats to get through, because we're part of our country is shipping goods like wheat and, you know, food and stone materials to build other things. So here we go. Let us get started getting this view. This is my favorite view. I've actually done some recording Minecraft before, but not for really a channel, any channel, just for fun, kind of to record stuff. But anyway, this is the tree farm. It says tree farm or field. Actually, it's not a farm because there'd be more in there, but tree field. I should have said. So this is the first video of our little country. They said, "Oh, Brian, you can put this on your YouTube channel." I'm like, "Oh, sure. I'll be glad to." Kind of give you a walkthrough of it, and you know, we got like little decoration squares and stuff like that. So look nice. Some lights, of course. You need those. Little, kind of like a little bridge walkway. I almost don't consider it a bridge. Here's like our docking area. Oh, there's a docking area too. Over, you know, kind of a dock for small boats. If we ever were able to actually drive ships, we'd probably have a little smaller vessels, but you know, that would fit here. We could probably fit one full-size ship. An actual ship, maybe. Of course, this is what I'm talking about. This is not finished yet. We're still working on it. It's kind of a work in progress. We've been digging this canal, and maybe we'll show you the whole thing when it's done. But this is kind of like where we can put boats through and in and out and all that stuff. Here's the lava gate. I call it the gate of fire, which basically it is. Lava is fire. So, and here it says, "Welcome to Midgarde." And this fiery gate is an awesome idea. If people are really actually interested in it and you subscribe to my channel, even if you don't subscribe, I would really love you to subscribe to my channel. I will show you how. I may do a video on how I did that when I build another gate like this. Yeah, I just have to be asked, and I don't mind showing things. It's kind of fun. Of course, we have a spot over here where you can enter the top of the wall. and look above the gate. Here we go. See, I kind of hop up here because it's kind of small from standing there, and kind of get a view and guard the castle. And here's, another view for like an archer above the gate, above the red gate. Um, so, here's a fountain, of course, the square. Over here is supposed to be the market, so people, if we have more people playing and all that stuff, we have people selling goods, trading wheat or whatever, like especially stuff they grew. It's kind of market for the castle, kind of a cool idea. Over here's a tower, of course, we won't go in there. Partly because they're all basically the same. There's no difference really in them. Here are the houses. We'll go in one of these because they're all the same. They really are. There's 4 of these houses in the castle. It's a small castle. It's mainly there to protect. I'm going too fast. It's mainly here to protect the people, the small farming communities and stuff like that. Because we're, like I said, it's a castle. But here's the first floor of this home. Not much. No one lives here yet. Here's the top castle of the floor. Second floor. And of course, obviously, no one lives here yet. I think I need to add some fencing along here. I don't know if I did fencing for the other ones. Let me see what one would look like with the fencing. Okay, this is the second house, but here's the fencing along there. Obviously, I forgot to complete a fencing. Usually it keeps people from falling down the stairs. That's the only reason why it's there. Of course, here's a storage building. Just a store. We're storing a lot of dirt, but we store like things we're gonna build or grow, extra seeds, all in there. Of course, we don't even have lots of fields. We only have like a greenhouse that has wheat in it and a small fields for inside the castle. Because I always had this idea. A lot of people don't do this, but I always had this idea. I looked at Babylon with their hanging gardens, and they did grow food. That's why they could survive a 20-year siege. They grew food inside the city, and so I think they could survive probably more. But I forgot to tell you what this building was. This building is the wheat greenhouse is what we call it. I think it's called. What is it called? Wheat greenhouse. That's what it is. Wow, pretty good. Because I went and put signs on most everything, so I was the one doing all that because they're like, we need to label stuff, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just do it myself. So here's the wheat. Obviously, it's grown. I need to harvest it again. And that's the first floor. Here's the second floor of the wheat, and of course you can see outside the windows. Kind of awesome. Kind of a cool idea. What's cool about this castle is at night. See, it's becoming night. So, at night, you can actually be safe inside the castle because there's a lot of lights, there's a lot of torches, it's well lit. If you're outside the castle, way out there, you're probably going to be toast unless you survive. You can survive outside the castle. I mean, it is Minecraft, you get spiders and googly stuff. But here's the gate. Look, it's starting to, it is pretty much night. There's a little bit more sun, but as you can see, there's a glow. With a little bit of shadow, but there's a lot of glow around the gate area because the lava, like I said, it glows at night. It's red fiery lava. So, trying to see if the sun will go down a little bit more. Come on, go down. We're pretty much safe here, And of course, with the recent canal water being added to it, they don't cross as easily over. But yeah, it's pretty much nighttime. See, they're well lit. Look how well lit this area is. That's a good, important part, because it is, as far as I can tell, it's pretty much dark. So we'll continue. We won't sleep, because we're actually safe in our city here, our castle. We weren't that way before when we were building it, so we'd always have to go in at night early. Here's the smithing building. Try to see what I want to go to next. They're both the same. What we call the smithing shop is where we smelt stone or whatever we need to be smelted, iron, We also do, what else do? We do, you know, fixing, repairing tools, making weapons, all that stuff. Pretty much here, here's our barn. Which is the next thing. That's awesome. And of course, this building next to it is the same thing as that building. It's just, you know, when we were doing big projects, these two buildings are going to be very useful to us. But here's the barn. It's obviously animals are spawning in here no matter how I organize this place. But up here is the storage of leather and wool, things that come from the animals besides meat. We don't store meat here. Organize this. We'll store feathers and string and things like that. Stuff to make stuff with. So that's the storage for the barn. Probably mostly wool and leather will be stored there, and which is there now. This is the second wheat field. Of course, I had to add more torches because of stuff. But see, every time we add more torches, it's light and bright, and that's what keeps the googly things away, the bad stuff. And it's just more wheat. That's our first wheat field. That's the first one I built against our main castle, which I'll take you up there in a minute. Of course, I have decorations to make it look kind of like a cool little settlement, you know, fancified castle, I guess. This building is what we first started in. This is where we first lived. Now the food storage, where we store the food for the castle in hard times and, you know, maybe times are good. You know, so, and especially if we're working on big projects where we can't focus on, well, we're not going to be focusing on a lot of farming. We're going to be focusing on building big structures and things like that. And then here's the stairway to the wall that goes along here. Protect us. Oh, there's a bridge over there. I will take you there tomorrow. It's pretty cool. See, there's some Enderman and a spider out there. But I will take you through that bridge. That bridge is awesome. Now, I'm not finished. I'm finished with the actual main structure, but if you can see, there are some pillars that I want to light up more. And so if we have little boats out there, we don't run into them at night. If we ever are caught out at night time. And of course, there's torches along the wall, and you know, we're safe behind here. We can shoot stuff. Like if we're able to shoot the spider, we'll probably shoot him and get rid of him. Now you can see some torches out there. I can kind of see some lighting going on out there. We're navigating. We're making a grid out of torches, which is kind of weird, but it's to kind of like what do we call it? Landscape? Not landscaping. What do we call this? I'm thinking of the name of it right now. Surveying. We're surveying land and property. So how we're going to divide the property. Now this tower is actually confusing. I should probably go up here first. It was built from the outside in, I guess. It was built really weird. Like, it was built off of what was part of a mountain, and so obviously there's really nothing in here. It's just kind of top story. We could probably do stuff in the future with it, but right now it's a protection tower. It's a guard tower. So maybe we'll put some soldier stuff in here and protection stuff, but for the most part it's just a basic tower. So we did, oh, this is cool. We figured this out, but we put some stairs here and kind of comes up to this platform, which goes up to those stairs, and this goes along the outside of this middle building that we were in and goes up to the outside. So it's a long drop down. We'll be going through some of these other buildings. We don't have very many buildings to go through, but we'll be going through some of this stuff here. And here is basically the view of the castle. I could go higher, but I don't think I will. But because it's about the same thing. And of course, there's another fountain. There's several fountains. I don't even think we went through the square yet. That's what we'll probably go through eventually. But there you go. That's the tower. Sorry, it's kind of like a quick review. If you guys want me to do more detail of stuff, maybe I'll be glad to do that. We'll see. It depends. because we're kind of like a country. Some things are going to be kind of secret and stuff like that. This is the I didn't know what to do with this room originally because it's kind of weird. You know, it was kind of like a weird entryway, but we decided to make it like a pool, indoor pool or whatever, in a castle, which, you know, like baths or whatever, like the Roman baths maybe. So kind of worked on that a bit. Down here is living quarters. Oh hey Pooch, that's not my dog. That's my the other two people who are also in charge of this world besides me. They have a dog. Okay. Anyway, I need a dog. I will eventually get one, but I've been busy with other stuff and trying to get some videos and maybe do some more games besides Left 4 Dead and Minecraft. I'm thinking about doing a racing game that I really like right now. Here's a music box. I'm really decorating my apartment. Yeah. There's a kitchen area, which with 4 ovens, so I guess I want to cook. But I also use these 4 ovens at one time when we were building to help smelt stone because it was faster before we actually had those center buildings that we use for smithing. That's why all the ovens are kind of there, and it's kind of cool to do your own thing and you have as much stuff as you want, pretty much. My chest, which has extra armor. I also have my leather set of armor and an extra set of iron armor, a saddle, some weapons, a boat. Looks like an extra bed because we want to explore, and a crafting table. And there's a music box, bathtub type thing, bed, more chest, and flower decorations, cool pottery. This is like the pottery pots. So pictures, of course. Mine's actually more decorative. Put a lot more. They're still decorating theirs, but they do have a beautiful. This is their house, and of course, I'm allowed to be here because they said I could show. You know, they wanted me to show all this what we've done on YouTube, and I was glad to do it. So this is their place that they live. Of course, they're actually a married couple in real life, as well as in the game they live together. So, I mean, it's kind of fitting. I did the same thing to their kitchen as well. The 3rd story, both of us I don't think has done much with. They have. I haven't. I'm going to make mine probably more of a library. But I haven't done it yet because we still need to grow a lot of sugarcane and to make books. Here's our pet doggy. Hey dude, what's going on? What's your name? I'll have to ask you what your name is. Maybe you don't have a name. Do you have a name? Huh? Uh-huh. You're pretty good protective, dude. Yeah? What do you think? Alright, I'll see you later, bud. Okay. So, like, this is... if I can get through this door. Thank you. Planning room for battles, or when we're deciding to fight another country, or whatever, we can do our battle planning here for now. Because right now, this is the capital. This is the only castle we have right now until we build a bigger castle. This is a small archery practice place because we didn't, you know, we haven't built a actual military base. Well, this castle is kind of like a military base. Hallway, archery area. This is exit to... Oh, what are you doing there, bud? Oh, you died, though. Wow. You must have climbed over the wall. This is the, you know, out to the courtyard. We will go to the next 2nd story. This goes also to our porches and our place. Like I said, we're the only 3 people who live here right now. We may have a 4th person. I used to actually had almost 5 people in another world, almost in close to one time, but it's all changed now. So because an update happened and our other worlds crashed and all that. So this is the only world we have, but there's only 3 people so far, and we're building our little country. We decided it'd be cool to be more organized and build actual country with roads, and it's kind of nice. So it's a square from the castle, of course. The king, well, we're lords. We're 3 lords that rule the land, so we're kind of like a king, but we're in charge. And so we can give our little speeches to the public out here by standing up there and looking down to the people below. And here's our glass fountain. This is cool. I love this. Glass fountain, like, again, if anybody wants to see how I did this, or how I made a fountain or whatever, just send me a comment on the video. Say, hey, I want to learn how you did this, and see if I can teach you guys how to do something close to it, or like it. Fountains are pretty easy. I love doing them, but you can kind of see what I did. But I will be glad to show you how I did it, because I was asked that several times before by somebody else. Here's the church. Inside the church, there's a balcony, well, it was kind of like a balcony area within the tower, and it goes up quite a ways. We may go up there. But here's the front of the church. There's glass, beautiful decoration and trees, but here's the cross. Here's the preacher's pulpit area, blah blah blah, you can speak. You're all saved. Thank you very much, go home. This this is the kind of like the pews, but you stand in them, because in Minecraft you really can't sit. So I made it look the best, and they really like these. People are like, a few of my friends are like, wow, this is like creative, and they liked Minecraft because first they're like, really? Because at first they're like, I don't know, because most of the time we play like Call of Duty and things like that. But once I started doing it, there you go. This is the highest point. Once I started doing it, they actually got involved, and they're like, real, this is actually kind of cool. See, there's really nothing in these rooms yet, but whoever Christina, this is how it works. She's the lady of one of the only rulers that's a lady in the game. She's the only lady in the game so far anyway, but she's one of the rulers. There's two lords and a lady actually that rule this land. We're in charge of it. We make the decisions for the people, meaning we, kind of like a king or president, collect taxes, all that stuff. We don't really have taxes right now. We're just basically we're just working together to build stuff. So, actually I need to get down. Oh, this is the eating hall. Forgot to show this. Eating hall. This is like where all the castle people get together, and even though we have our own kitchens, this is kind of like a group where we celebrate war victories or whatever, have big feasts together. That's where we do it, and this is our little kind of kitchen area to heat foods up and stuff. I need to fill the sink in. There's our sink, of course, and then of course it goes up to a wall up here, which is just overviewing the church. Big cross on top. They like that very much. I wasn't sure about it at first, but I got a lot of applause for it, so I just left it. It's actually good. It's a nice cross, but I wasn't sure about it at first. But of course, I'm trying to mark, all the appropriate buildings with some of the appropriate signs, or at least appropriate. Like now, you can tell that's a church. When you come in, you're like, oh, we know you're in the castle. They know people have a church. They know we have a church, so they don't have to look at the sign to see the cross. So, oh, wait a minute. Let's go this way. I get confused sometimes. Alright. Oh, down below here, there's an enchantment room that's going to be for enchanting, but there's nothing in there yet. And then there's a potion room next to my house. I don't know if I walked to the end, but there's a building next to my house that has a potion room, and it's for making potions. It's just a part of the castle we didn't know what to do with, and I put a room there so we can make potions. Actually, I could go that way, but I think I want to go this way, actually. Ah, man. Getting turned around. Sorry, guys. Let's see, what else can I talk about this castle? It took a lot of time to build. I mean, I should have done some videos of the first as it was going up. I mean, there's a lot of rebuilds and stuff like that. Okay. So, this goes to the back of the throne room. Of course, it's labeled that way. You can go either way up the steps. I like going this way, so I'll go this way. This is the temporary. There will be another throne room built in the bigger castle. Like I said, this is our only castle at the moment in time. Only castle slash city, or protection. So this is where people come and make tell us about their griefs or tell us about stuff. I'm the lord of the farming and the basically the food and all that, and then he's the lord My friend Jeremy is the Lord of he's protecting to protect, make sure all the protection around like the walls, and make sure we have soldiers on the walls and towers and all that stuff, protect the people. And she's the Lord of the word, the knowledge. So basically, like the scholar. So she's the one in charge of the schools and churches and all that stuff. And I forgot to take you through the school. I'll have to take you through there. That's actually cool. And of course, there's this is just, a big temporary throne room. So, okay. I'm sorry I had to cut for the save. Don't like that too much. But, there's really nothing up here. Just more protection. And so this castle is pretty well, there's places to guard pretty well. So, of course, once in a while we do get a weird spider, but usually he climbs over like the wall or something because he was outside the wall. But we don't get anything in here most of the time. That was weird. To have something like him float around. What was I going to do? Oh, I'm going to go back to the square. Of course, I showed you coming out. This castle's built pretty cool. I mean, it was better than a city we had built, which we were going to upload on YouTube. But something ended up happening to it, so, which was sad. So here, of course, here's the church. Here's the stables, which need to clean that out again. We'll have more food though. Here's the school. Small school just for the castle, teaches basic stuff to people who want to learn, and whatever. I guess for children, teens maybe, or people who want to learn. We'll build a bigger school, of course, but this is a small school just for this area. Really? Oh, glitch. Of course, we got lighting around here. That's what makes it nice and well lit, and just so that we're protected. We don't have exploders or creeper, spider, bugs, or whatever. Except for the one that we have in the video so far. We do have a portal. I'll show you that real quick. But before I show you that, we're going to cut this video. And we're going to, so you don't know the secret way of it. And we're going to cut it, and I'll get back to you in the portal. Alright, hello folks, I'm back. And for you it was a few seconds, for me it was a little while because I didn't stop the recording, but we faded into me. Like I said, I was going to cut this video. We faded into me being here in front of this beautiful secret, what I would call kind of a secret portal, but you already know what portals are like. You've made them. This is not that. This is just, we built it in a special location. So, I'm hoping you enjoy. I will show you some of the stuff in the portal. Now, we built into the portal. And so I hope you like it. Sorry, I had to cut there. But I hope you like it. We did build inside the portal. That's kind of nice. I don't know if I'll cut that part out. Me going through. Anyway. This is kitchen, smithing room, so we can make some of the brick down here if we need to, or have some food. Of course, there's a well. And there's already something like nether wart. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Some chests, mostly going to be storage, just because we're gonna mine what we need to build other buildings that we may want to build. Oh yeah, more storage. So, hope I'm not catching a cold. Anyway, here's up to what we call the main central watchtower. It's basically just a little fortress or mining community, very well protected. It has to be. We're in another world. The nether world is not a safe place to be. it actually is quite dangerous. There's things that shoot fire at you. I call them like ghosts. Um, they're kind of like ghost creatures. I hope we don't find one. But see, this is like a watchtower to watch out for stuff and protect ourselves. Obviously I did something out of stone. That's weird. Maybe it's part of a building when I was building. Anyway, it's just... It's basically hell. We're under what we call under the earth, the core of the earth. But I basically call it hell. So, I think we were gonna call this like Hellgarde or something down here. Something to that effect. But they asked me, oh, do you have to build more than one portal? Oh yes, you can build more than one portal in this world. We probably will with different castles. I may show you the different portals and stuff that we built. It's for mining, mostly for mining stone and stuff. Of course, we have this glass ceiling, not like our other towers where they have all that you stand just on top of them and you look out. There's a glass ceiling purposely so that we don't get shot at with fire and things like that. So, of course, there's cool music going with the hell. And so, this is just exciting. I mean, I enjoy building this. Yes, it's kind of weird with some stone and nether rack, but you know, I may do some changes here, and if I do, I'll show you. But it had to be built quickly in some ways because we were kind of being shot at. We were in actually the Nether Fortress. That's where we got spawned into. I was kind of surprised by it, but we got spawned into the Nether Fortress, and so I made part of their fortress part of our safekeeping and safeguard and all that. So, and here you go, Midgarde. Back to Midgarde. We could go and watchtower, exit from fortress, which we could exit into their fortress with. That's why those iron doors are there, because it exits into their area. So this was basically some type of fortress. I forget what the history is of it, but something happened here, and so they're all kind of weird looking. They do have swords and walk around, but if you don't attack them, they won't bother you. So I just don't bother them because they don't bother me. So most of the time. Anyway, I'll see you guys back on the other side. Well, guys, I think we're going to leave this area.